Hey guys, it's Friday. I done got paid. That's always good, honey. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Sonia. I hope everyone's doing well. I just want to hop on real quick and talk about something that seems to be a concern to a lot of our Sisterlocks sisters. And that is, I'm trying to get this glare out my glasses, y'all, because my laptop is right in front of me. But that is dealing with the itching, the extreme itching in our scalps, whether it's happening in the beginning of our journey or months into our journey, or like when we hit that 1 year mark, there's this extreme itching and nothing anybody seems to be trying is working, like the witch hazel, the sea breeze, whatever remedy that somebody told you about or product somebody recommended to buy at the store, Walgreens, whatever, and it's not working. Here's what we're missing, people: natural, organic remedies. When I was a loose natural, let's go back even further. When I decided to go natural and I big chopped, I decided to document my journey by blogging. That's why I'm always talking about my blog, because during this journey, I've been into it for 6 years now and blogging for about that amount of time as well. I wanted all natural remedies. I wanted natural organic oils. I wanted natural organic butters. So that's what I sought out. That's what I researched to learn the benefits and what will work for me and what wouldn't. And so that's my go-to. I'm very passionate about everything natural and organic because I'm not a product junkie. I was never a product junkie. I would use a few things, and but that was pretty much it. So with itching and with the Sisterlocks, there's one thing that we can do use to help with that, and that's tea rinses. T-E-A rinses. You could use a lot of people use sage. They use black tea. They use rosemary or thyme or even peppermint. And when I say use, I mean you're using the actual plants. You could buy it dried, or you could buy it fresh from your grocery store out of the organic section of the grocery store. If you want the organic, I prefer that, and so I will. Then they're reasonable. It's not a lot of money to do this. When I bought it, girl, what's wrong with you? When I bought it, like the dried versions of sage, I love sage. Sage, it has so many health benefits, and we're going to get into that later. I bought it online, a bag. It was very cheap, very reasonable. A bag of sage, dried sage, and to make these tea rinses. So how I stumbled upon tea rinses and their benefits was when I was researching, because I was looking for a natural remedy to help with bald spots, because at the time I was having issues with bald spots. When I was getting braids a lot as a natural, and either, I would get them because my hair was being braided too tightly, which was the case because I was going to an African shop and they tried to pull my thoughts and prayers out of my scalp just to braid my hair. Then I also have to blame myself because of styling. I was doing the cute buns and all that whatnot. That tension was too much in this crown area, and it caused, I would have like a bald spot. So that led me to researching on YouTube, and what I found was those with traditional locks or even with freeform locks, they do these tea rinses regularly with sage, rosemary, thyme. Sometimes they do a combination of them, and it's because sage, and I wrote down some notes, because sage has so many health benefits. It promotes hair growth. We all want our hair to grow. So if you had thinning edges or a bald spot like I did, that would definitely help with your hair growth. When you use this tea rinse with sage and rosemary, all of that, When you wash and you massage and you rinse that tea through your hair, it stimulates blood flow in your scalp. Also, it has antibacterial properties and it helps with itchiness, itchy scalp. Use sage tea. Also, sage has been used for centuries by Egyptians, by Africans, by so many other cultures to darken their gray hair. Sage can help you if you don't want that gray. If you want a natural way to darken your grays, sage tea rinses will do that for you. If you use a combination of sage and rosemary tea, which you can boil those two things together like a stalk, because they come like in stalk or leaves if you buy it from the store. That's like giving your hair and scalp a double dose of goodness, because that combination will help thicken your hair. If you have thin hair or thinning hair, or if you've noticed your hair or locks have thinned in certain places, use the combination of sage and rosemary. You can also buy sage oil or rosemary oil and use that in like a little oil concoction in a bottle, and use that to oil your scalp like every so often, however much you think you need it. And that can also help you with your itchy scalp or even dry scalp. Use it sparingly, but it can be used to help with that. I would more so recommend, especially if you're newly locked or your locks haven't settled, I would recommend using the sage tea rinse. That's the safest route. Let's see. Sage also encourages new hair growth. So either way, sage in itself, as well as rosemary, peppermint, it promotes hair growth. It stimulates that blood flow in your scalp. And when you do it and you gently massage, you're gonna get all those benefits. Let's see. We talked about that. Also, we talked about the oil. So when I stumbled upon these YouTube channels by men, locked men, there's a lot of men who have locks, traditional locks or freeform, who do these tea rinses. They show you how to do it, and I've done it, and I also blogged about it on my blog. I provided the how-to, what I used, and the way that I use the rinse. So basically, after a shampoo, I would, or I'll even back up before then, I would take like a few tablespoons of the sage leaves that I ordered from Amazon, and I will boil some water, let it come to a boil, turn the fire off, put the sage tea in there, let it steep. Then you want to let the mixture cool, so it's cool enough for you to rinse through your hair. You take a bowl, a big bowl, set it in the kitchen sink, and have another bowl handy. Pour this, once the sage tea has cooled, pour it in the bowl. Hold your hand over the bowl in the sink and just rinse, let the water run through. Rinse all through your hair and massage your scalp. Take that water, that sage tea, put it back, and you just repeat the process. You just keep doing it. I know some people lay their hair in a bowl of water or the sink full of water to let their hair soak. You can do that, but also just pouring it over and over, massaging it in as much as you feel you need to, that helps as well. Hang on, I'm gonna take a quick break. Okay, I'm back. So when I talked about the process of how to do the tea rinse, and I said that some people like to lean their head back in water, I meant the tea rinse, the tea itself. You can do that. If your locks are long enough to do that, I would recommend doing it. If you have short or medium-sized locks, I think you would be better off just holding your head in the sink over the bowl and then just pouring the tea rinse over your hair. and just repeating the process, massaging in. Make sure you give your scalp a good massage so you can get all those good benefits from the tea. Now, depending on what you use, if you use sage, rosemary, or whatever, you want to be careful about the amounts of the tea that you use, or how much you're boiling and how long you let it steep. Because like the sage or black tea, or if you're using green tea or even sage, those natural plants have caffeine in it, and caffeine is drying to your hair. And if you do it too much or use too much, you can dry out your hair to the point where it becomes really brittle and it'll break off. So you want to be careful about how much and how strong you make these teas, because too much is, you know, a bad thing. You don't want to create breakage when you're trying to revive your hair from breakage. But as far as the benefits of the scalp, it will definitely help with the itching, and I highly recommend using this rinse. I know some people also do the apple cider vinegar, and I've also done this rinse doing the apple cider vinegar and baking soda shampoo, well, shampoo if you want to call it that. Then after that, I will go through and do my tea rinse and rinse it through my hair. And I can tell you, doing that, I felt the benefits right away with my hair. My curls were looser, my hair felt softer, and I didn't have problems with itching and dandruff. And this is when I was a loose natural. I haven't done this since I've had my locks, but it will be something I will do if I feel like I need it. If I feel like you know, my scalp is just ridiculously itchy and I can't stand it, then I will definitely go back to my tea rinses, whether I use sage or rosemary, peppermint, or a combination. And I have done the combination of sage and rosemary, and I love it. I love the smell, so it's nice. So some people even put a few drops of essential oils into their tea rinses just to give their hair and scalp that extra boost, which I see no problem with. Just again, be careful. Just use a few drops. And all these things are so beneficial to your hair. It's beneficial to your scalp, promoting hair growth. I know that's something we all want. I also want to give a testimony, because before I got my Sisterlocks, this side of my hair was broken off or damaged, because when, I think I mentioned this before, when I used to get just a little small hair piece back when I was getting creamy crack, and it weakened my hairline over here. And since I've had Sisterlocks, I'm seeing hair growing back. That's a testament to Sisterlocks and leaving your hair alone. And I've heard this from other women many times before, saying how Sisterlocks have helped grow back hair where hair was missing for years. And you know, I've been natural for 6 years, and this hair just barely will grow back. You look, these are my edges here. They're fine. Look at this. It goes way back here. And I got fuzz there. I got growth there. So I think if I do the tea rinses, I'll see even more growth. But for now, for those who have itchiness, I hope this video helps you. I'm going to provide the link to my blog where I blogged about this, and it gives you the steps that I used and the method that I used to do the tea rinse. And I hope it works. I hope it helps you, because that's what I'm here for. And if you have any questions about any other remedies, I'm a DIYer. I love home remedies. I love using natural and organic, whether it's oil, herbs, plants, whatever. You know, it's good for our bodies, and people have been doing it for centuries, so why would it be bad for us now? I would rather do that than go and buy some manufactured crap that's full of crap and not good for our hair anyway. There's so many companies that's jumped on the natural hair bandwagon claiming that stuff is good for our hair, but when you read the ingredients, it's not. It's full of just junk and things that are actually bad for our health. So I'm here to help. This is my passion, honey. This is why I always reference my natural hair blog, because I put in that time, I put in that research, because I want to use the best thing, the healthiest thing for my hair, and I want you all to do the same. Natural is best, organic. And if you're not allergic to it, and also make sure you test out these teas before you use them. Make sure that you're okay. You don't have any type of allergic reaction to them. The same with the butters and the oils. If you have a nut allergy, then you should definitely stay away from certain nut-based oils like almond, coconut, yada yada yada. So, and just be sure to always test things out before you use them, and make sure you're not, reacting to them. So I hope this was helpful. I know I was talking a lot. I was probably talking fast for once, y'all, because I was excited about this topic, because this is my zhush. This is my thing. I blog. I'm all about the natural, and I really, really, really just hope to help anybody who's looking for help, advice, whatever. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all my followers. And be sure to check out my natural hair blog, my Pinterest page featuring natural braids and natural hair and locks. And I hope you get inspired. So talk to you later. Enjoy your weekend. I'm about to enjoy mine. Bye-bye.